So I got this plot a year and a half ago and this is what it looked like. And a year and a half later, with a lot of hard work, this is what it looks like now. So I remember how excited I was when I first got it, and I'm sure you're the same, but it can be daunting. You don't know where to start. There's loads of options out there, people giving you all sorts of advice, but in this video I'm going to look at 3 ways that will effectively clear your allotment so you can start to grow your fruit and veg. Now, the first thing you want to do before you do anything at all is get yourself a good flask, because there's going to be a lot of hard work involved and a lot of tea drinking. Step 1 is going to be the black plastic method. So to do this, really, you're going to have an allotment where you've got lots of weeds and you just need a big thick black layer of plastic to cover it and suppress it. But before you do that, if you've got weeds anything over 1.5 to 2 foot tall, you're going to need to trim them down. So what I did here, this was before I started my gardening business, that is, I hired a commercial brush cutter trimmer, the one with the metal blade, not the string or the wire, because it wouldn't cut through it. I hired one, I think, for £50 for 2 days, and in half a morning I just blitzed the whole plot, made a big pile. That acted as compost, so I put that to one side and I actually got some compost from that. Now what you want to do is just have a rake around, poke through it just to see what you've got, because you'd be surprised what gets left in allotments. And obviously things like big stones or bricks, things like that as well, need to be cleared as best you can, because if you're catching that with the blade, then it's going to be potential damage and you could injure yourself as well. So once you're all sorted with the trimming and you've got it right down, you're going to need some thick black plastic. Now I'll put a link to the plastic that I used here, because there's loads of different thicknesses and gauges, and basically you want to spend as much as your budget allows. You can use cardboard, but obviously if you've got a whole big plot, it's going to be hard to get the amount of cardboard needed to cover it basically. By all means, if you've got access to lots of cardboard, do that, but as I say here in my plot, I used the black plastic. So the process is really simple. You literally cover everything you see, everything that you need to be clear, and you want to weigh it down with some bricks or stones or something, or long planks of wood, and just let that sit. It's quite a long process, I'd say. On average, you know, for it to be effective, you want to be leaving that for about 6 months. So you might want to hand dig another bed, or no dig the bed, which we'll come to in a minute, just to give yourself something to work with, just so you're not obviously not able to do anything for a good chunk of the year. Step number 2 is hand digging. So if you get yourself a fork and a spade and just get stuck in there, hopefully the previous tenants will have left it in a decent condition for you. But this is the method that gets you involved straight away with the allotment, and you're getting stuck in, and you experience and full allotment life straight away. And you can also be digging in your organic matter, so your manure and your compost, as you go, so it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone a little bit. Now, before I get on to the last step, I want to say a quick word about rotavating. Now, you may have been on forums or on Facebook and things and read a lot about rotavating your plot, and it does attract a lot of negative comments. Now, if you feel like it's for you, and it is the least hard work, by the way, as well, so if you feel like you just want to get it rotavated, get it done, then so be it. Don't let people put you off. It's your plot. It's you do you, and how you do things, it's entirely up to yourself. Now, the one thing I do want to mention when you are rotavating is you're basically chopping up the roots. So when you chop up the roots, they divide and then they'll grow. So it is probably the least effective way of actually removing the weeds, but in terms of getting your plot kind of ready for sowing and planting, then yes, that's the quickest and easiest method. It's just obviously as everything starts to grow, you are going to have to hand pick those weeds out, so you're kind of doing the job twice a little bit, but it does get you ready quicker. So we're on to number 3 now, and that's the ever divisive no dig. So again, if you've been on the forums, it tends to be Facebook. You get your traditionalists who want to do everything obviously the traditional way and get the fork in there and get everything dug over and dug that way. A more modern thing, and it's associated with Charles Dowden, so do check out his channel. It's a lot better than mine. He obviously has people working for him and people filming them and all that kind of thing, but that's the benchmark anyway. So no diggers basically, as it says really, so you don't dig the soil. So if you've got weeds, if you've got bigger weeds, you will have to trim them down, as I've said before, but the idea is to put a layer of cardboard. So again, you need lots of cardboard if you have got a big plot, and instead of leaving it, you just add the compost and manure on top of the cardboard. when weeds come up, obviously you pick them out, but the idea is the cardboard and the manure kills off all the weeds below, so you shouldn't get as many grown through. And year on year you just top up by an inch or two, and it's probably the easiest method apart from if you take rotavating out of it. The downfall really is you need a lot of compost and manure, so that's always been a little bit of a drawback in my mind, is you need quite a lot of material there to get you going, but it's a very popular method, and I've started to do that on 1 or 2 beds here just to give it a go, and it does work, so that's up to you guys there. That's the 3 methods there, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. I've got my flask here, I've got some beds to dig, so I'm going to get cracking. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, bye now.